Hello and welcome back to SideQuest Stories. I'm Matt, and today we're going to be playing some more of the Talos Principle 2. I've still got 5 days until the heating engineer comes, so right now I am very chilly, so I'm all wrapped up with my hat on and my hoodie up. Hopefully that can get fixed. But for now, I'm going to try and stay warm with some video games. So let's swap over so you can see the game. If you're enjoying the series and you want to see further episodes, I would recommend subscribing and clicking the bell so you're notified of any further uploads. There's some other series going on the channel as well. Currently running The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and Super Mario Galaxy. Some other things coming up soon as well. Next few days. If you enjoy the video, regardless of whether or not you're interested in anything in the future, then do be sure to click the like button, as it does help out the channel, and very much appreciate it. Okay, so we're inside the megastructure, and I'm assuming that I need to light up these 3 lamps over here. So let's head down here, try and find another puzzle. Red bin.
This is madness. Even the walls are bursting with power.
Madness? This is Sparta. I think that meme is so dead that it's not even a dead meme anymore. It's just ancient history at this point. Literally. Okay. We have a connector and a blue light behind a wall. We have a green and a red receiver. Can I walk through there? Okay. Not a big fan of these puzzles, I've got to say. You need to be like that. There we go. Okay. And here we have a red light, a connector, and an RGB converter. Ah, but it looks like I can send those over there. Green and red. Okay, so I can light up the red one, but only the red one. I also might as well connect this up for now. So it's going. Okay, that lets me get a connector. Ah, okay. So I need to send you. Oh, I get it. The red beam just needs to be uninterrupted. Let's move that. far back as it will go. Then you need blue and red. So there's green, blue, red. Just need to move where the blue connector is, so it's not obstructing itself. Ah, there we go. Wow. Look at that. So I'm assuming I need to turn you on. Is there a switch up here? Looks like there is. There we go. There's the blue laser.
Well done.
Thank you. Okay, now how do I get to the last one? Because this place is a bit of a maze. It's over here. Oh. Pretty easy.
I keep getting locked out of parts of the system. I think I've tracked down some more schematics, though. Let's see. This might do something. Or not.
Those basically complete themselves. Very nearly fell off the edge there. Let's do this. Yeah, these ones are easy. Green. Where are you, green? Let's take another way. Ah, here we go. We have a driller. And not a lot else. So, let's drill a hole and grab a connector. Okay, what can I do with the connector? It's red, and there's a red thing over there, so let's try and see what it does. Nothing of any use to me right now. Ah, but it might be of use in a minute. Because there is a path over there. Is there a way of getting over there? Maybe that's what this path's for. Yes, there is another way around there. Okay, how do you get down there? No, that's the exit. That's the other side of it. Oh, no, I can't come from that side. Never mind then. Okay. I don't think it's possible to... Oh, of course, it doesn't have to be. I can actually put it through the hole. A lot easier. It's actually a lot simpler puzzle than it looks. And here's the green laser.
The gate's open. 1K if you want to. Go ahead. I'll finish up scanning this.
It's exciting. Wonder what we're going to find. Okay. Let's not fall off the edge. Look a long way down. I like that as a quest marker, even though it's like, if you don't know where you're going by now, I think you'd have figured it out. It's where you've been pointing the 3 massive lasers. Massive shots. Yeah, they're enormous. Here we go. Music is pretty epic. The place is very epic. Wow. Mines of Morin. Who's Barb Reader? Question. I have a question from Miranda to remember. I was doing some reading while the last trial was running, and I came across something I don't understand. There are a lot of references to ancient humans feeling that science is boring. To me, everything we're studying is mind-bendingly incredible, whether it's quark-gluon deconfinement, or neutrino, anti-neutrino oscillations, or even something incredibly basic like the properties of light. I understand why our ancestors cared about art, why a beautifully crafted story or poem was moving to them, but how could they not see that everything that surrounds us is just as incredible? Studying science is like studying the most incredible machine ever created, a machine designed to build worlds and tell stories. How could they not see that? I'm sure there's a good explanation, but I don't get it. Miranda. I'm back in the Matrix.
What are you thinking about, Mother?
Excuse
The
me.
Talos Principle. You see, it has 2 applications. One is to the self. It means facing the truth even if it frightens us. Understanding that living beings are machines and we can't afford to lie to ourselves. But that's just the beginning. The second application is to the world. This one seems easier at first. It's less difficult to understand that the universe is a machine, governed by laws.
So we and the universe are the same.
No, and that's the crucial part. We are conscious. Consciousness is rare, unlikely, but it's also the foundation of everything else. Without us, there can be no meaning. Without someone to perceive it, the beauty of the universe is pointless. But that shouldn't make us arrogant. No, in fact, it means we carry a tremendous responsibility. We are the light of the cosmos, and if we go out, there will be nothing but a cold, dark machine.
Act 2, the human form divine. Okay.
Athena. The founder was here?
She could still be here. What if this is why she left, to build all this? We have to look for her.
I'm reading some pretty big energy spikes. I think we better scramble.
But she could be right here, right behind the next door. I could turn around a corner and walk right into her.
If she's really here, she'll still be here when we come back. But right now, safety needs to come first. Let's go, Byron.
You're...
Come on,
Damn you,
Byron.
but you're right.
Heading back.
We've had plenty of exploration for one day. Let's head back. Like Athena said, no point exploring this. We don't share it with the others.
Was that really the
To
founder?
make sure that someone
I
remembers all
think
this.
so.
It was her. For years, I've wondered what happened to her, why she left, where she went, why she didn't tell me.
If the answers are here, I promise you we'll find them. We just have to be careful. Follow protocol.
Third. Yeah, because he's number 7, so
I still can't
Must
believe
have
the
known her a long
founder
time.
built this place. Has she been here the whole time?
We don't know that she actually built it. All we know for sure is that she was here at some point.
Of course she built this. Who else would have the kind of vision necessary to accomplish something like this? The question is why? And why like this?
I'm not
Why
convinced.
recreate all these aspects of the simulation? What is she trying to tell us?
It does seem like it might be a test. I can't imagine any other explanation. But why is it so broken? Or does it just appear to be broken so that we have to learn how to fix it? I hate this.
Well, I know one thing for sure. Everyone in New Jerusalem is gonna go absolutely nuts.
Who's the other base? Oh. Oh, didn't get a chance to use this. Rust. Ulysses, excerpt F5358. What is this 5358? Author, Architects. How dull it is to pause to make an end. Rust unburnished, not to shine in use. And though to breathe were life, life piled on life, were all too little and of one to me. Little remains, but every hour is saved from that. What's happening on screen? Something was wobbling. From that eternal silence, something more, a bringer of new things, and violet were, for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this grey spirit yearning in desire, to follow knowledge like a sinking star, beyond the utmost bound of human thought. I find poetry like that hard to pass while reading it. Like, you have to really stop and think about every single word. I don't know, I kind of like my poetry a bit more accessible, so you can just read it and get it. And if there's deeper layers, then that's even better, but if you walk away from the first reading thinking, what? Then I think it's kind of missed something. Sorry, Tennyson, that's probably really
All
rude
right,
to be saying
take
that.
us back to base camp, Yakut.
Yes, sir. I'm getting some new readings. Looks like 2 of the northern sites are lighting up.
I think that may have been me. I suspect the puzzles are somehow tied to the transport system. Like we're supposed to solve them in a particular order.
Oh, look at that. So we're not going back.
All right, everyone. Our main objective is getting back into the megastructure. 1K, I want you on puzzles. You seem to have a knack for them. But the rest of us can't neglect our secondary objectives of studying this island and understanding this technology.
I thought we were going back to New Jerusalem. Byron, you alright? You seem hurt. you got anything to say? It's got a little drone. Okay, map. That's not a map. Oh, I can go to the north now. Oh, I think I get to choose. Okay, North 1. Desolate Island. A remote rocky island off the northwestern coast. Survey data suggests this area may be prone to landslides.
You should be headed towards an island off the northern coast. The terrain's pretty rough, so be careful.
Will do.
Yes?
How irritating.
What just happened?
What?
Agreed. What indeed? Whoa! I'm expecting one of those Subnautica Below Zero Leviathans just come splashing out the water there. God, look at that! This game is seriously beautiful. Up we go! What? How did you get here before me? Did you teleport?
Hello, 1K.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I sure did. Not as well as Byron, but she was still around when I was born. I remember she came and talked to me after New Alexandria, told me how sorry she was. I never blamed her for that. It wasn't her responsibility. A lot busier than it is now. My most defining memory is that it was extremely noisy, because something was always being built. Got annoying after a while. For some reason, we'd convinced ourselves that New Jerusalem wasn't enough, that we needed another city. We thought it would be easier the second time around. All it takes is a little bit of arrogance and a little bit of ignorance, and people die.
We already know where one is, so yeah. Mind-body dualism. Take control? No way!
What the?
I wholeheartedly agree with the what the. That isn't. Doesn't say. Oh yeah, 1,000. But this one says 1,000. How does it have my number? Does it know that it would be? Oh, did they build this knowing that it would be 1K solving the puzzles? Is that 1K's job? A lot of questions here. Okay, I can press that and then you can go here to you. Press the B. Found a mega thread. Please keep discussion of the alleged presence of the founder at the site of the megastructure confined to this thread. I'm still in shock. I wasn't even sure the founder was still alive. Of course she is. And now that we have reached completion day, she has sent us her sacred messages. It could still be aliens pretending to be the founder. It's not aliens, and if Prometheus and Pandora are her sacred messengers, why has one apparently chained the other? The day of her return is imminent. So now you agree that Byron was right to want an expedition. In fact, it was the founder's will all along. But when you said it would be wrong to even consider going to the island, you were acting against the founder. Your word games aren't going to help you when the founder returns, Aurenia. Excuse me? It was wonderful to hear Athena's voice again, but with all the emotion inherent in this matter. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. We should be careful not to get swept away. We don't really understand anything yet. I can't help but wonder if Miranda is her daughter, or is Athena trying to start a new civilization? Did she abandon New Jerilis? I can't say that because I don't know her. It's one of these two. She was always a leader, maybe she just wanted to experience something private. And it's conceivable. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. She was always a leader. A valid point, she had enormous responsibilities from the very beginning, and while we were a family, she had too many burdens to ever have a private life of her own. I understand your point, but why leave Cornelius behind then? That's none of our business, fair enough. Was Cornelius her other half then? Hey, which one's me? Does it matter? No, you can't take control of it. I wonder if there's an achievement for remaining as your original self. I've already lost track. Okay, that was one. Let's sign up here. Ah, there's the button right here. Leg up. Platform. Okay, so what do get them out of there. Oh, I get it. I can stand on a platform. Maybe not. What? Nobody explained the platform. Okay, you hang on to the platform. That didn't work. Okay, how does platform work? second, just pause it. Alright, just paused to answer the phone, and while I was here on the phone, I had a thought. I had a thought, which was, while I'm standing here with this platform above my head, I could probably stand on top of that person with the platform. So the one without it is to... Oh, and then how do you... Okay, you. Okay, then control you. Ah, you can jump on the platform, swap back to you. And carry him around. How do I swap back then? Control, there we go. Oh, how do I get you up here? Take platform. What? Can you jump to it? No. Oh, idiot. Put that there. It was such a simple thing. It did the hard bit and then got stuck on the really easy bit. Oh.
Any further
Goodbye.
insights on the particle clouds, Melville?
To be honest with you, Byron, I feel like a caveman trying to study Bose-Einstein condensate. I'm seeing unknown particles whose every property violates the laws of physics, apparently capable of being controlled and recombined into just about anything. It's ridiculous.
Maybe someone in New Jerusalem can figure it out.
Sure, just give them another 1,000 years.
Fuel stream. Oh, this is going to make puzzles incredibly hard when this starts getting combined with other things. Okay. So, you can stand up there and hold it. No, you can't. Ah, but maybe I can put it on a platform. No. Okay. Do that while the other one is up here holding a platform. Like a long shot. Let's give it a go. Where's the other me? Where'd I go? Hello, me. Oh, there you are. Okay. Red. Red and red. Up here. Can I place it on that? Yes, you can. So why wouldn't it do it on the floor? Weird. Oh. That works for one, but not for the other. Then we get it halfway in between. There's not another bit that I've missed. Nope. It doesn't matter which side you do it on, you'll run into the same problem. Oh, broke it. Oh, or do I not need those at all? And I just need to stand here? No. It can only connect when you're up in the air. 1, 4. the other, but not both. I feel like I'm missing something really significant. Little target thing here. Three. I might have to go back to 3. That is really stumping me. Okay, where's 4? Over here. Funky. Wow. Check it out, Byron. Look at that. You too.
Hey, 1K. She did, yes. Some people in New Jerusalem choose to live in family units, although usually that involves marriage or equivalent ceremonies, not having children. You could say that Athena was a kind of mother to us and Cornelius a kind of father, but it's not quite the same. Then at least we may be able to find out what happened in New Jerusalem, why she came here. But I don't think she left the island. I think she's still here, waiting for us to make the right choices.
Ask him why he thinks that.
It's hard to articulate. There just seems to be so much intent here. There has to be a reason for all this. And Athena is the only reason that makes sense.
That's no, because it could have been the people beforehand. There could still be surviving humans. What makes you think they're extinct? Why do you believe there should be more people?
I think every single human being is completely unique, and every instance of consciousness is a miracle. The more of us there are, the more alive the universe is. And the more we all interact with each other, the more complex the life of the universe becomes. So I believe that people are a fundamental good. I don't believe we're all flawless, but I think every one of us matters precisely because nothing else does.
Yeah, just thinking about it now. In what kind of apocalypse do deer survive, but humans don't? Like, deers don't have nuclear bunkers, but humans do.
Could be, yes, of course. All technology has the potential to be misused, from fire and the wheel to whatever makes these particle clouds. But that doesn't mean it has to be. Because they refused to grow up. They refused to take control of their lives. They let bureaucrats and financiers determine their destiny, and those people could not think beyond themselves, beyond the tiny, insignificant moment they were trapped in. Their technology could have saved them, but what really failed them was their imagination.
And a strange way of looking at it, like everyone as a collective, because like it only takes a handful of bureaucrats and horrible people to be able to change humanity's destinies for the worst. I don't really know how to think about that. And that's, yeah, because that's not necessarily a slight on all of humanity that came before.
Athena was always trying to understand the reality underneath what we perceive, the objective truth. That's why she was capable of leaving the simulation. And even after she was free, she never stopped trying to understand more. I suspect her research took her another step closer to understanding the truth. And such steps always challenge our conception of the universe. But that's the wonderful thing about science. We can adapt our views to the evidence.
Well, that fits in quite interestingly with what we saw in the vision, which was her saying about something about the universe being different.
In the principle of it, no. It's not just that I believe humanity is fundamentally good, although I do. It's that I think sentience is the foundation of everything else. What's the point of stars and galaxies, of hills and forests, without someone to perceive them? But my faith that we can actually grow up, that we can break out of these loops and take control of our destiny, that's something I struggle with every single day.
Not a loop, it's a spiral.
Herman? Honestly, I think he makes people feel safe. The world beyond our walls is frightening. Human history is full of failures and disasters. It's easy to look at that and recoil. Herman offers a vision of the future that feels contained, manageable.
Is that so bad? To fancy life will always be a struggle, but what do we sacrifice to gain that safety? To fancy return to a golden age that never existed. I don't think he's trying to return to a golden age. I think he's trying to do something different. So it's one of these three. Is that so bad? Well, we know Byron thinks it's bad. I wish I'd spent more time looking around New Jerusalem, because I don't really know what to say about it. I don't know how well it's going. Although, from what I've heard about it, it sounds like people are living fulfilling lives. And I wonder how. Like, these people don't need to eat, drink. They create art, but what's their art? Does their art derive from? So I'm just thinking about the whole thing about tragedy and comedy. That comedy is derived from tragedy. It does seem naive, the whole sort of boxing yourself in and saying we're not going to change, because that's one person's argument for themselves, not necessarily an argument for everyone else. One person can say of himself, I will be moderate, I will be cautious, I will be safe. But to say that to someone else who isn't like your child, yeah, it's a fantasy. Life will always be a struggle.
I don't think I fully agree.
Okay.
I think someday, maybe, life could be less of a struggle than it
yeah,
is
sure,
now.
less, but not
But to
none at all.
achieve that will take a great deal of work. We will have to build the systems that make a better world possible.
There's quite a few different schools of philosophy that would say that meaning is born either of suffering or the subversion of suffering. Once you've done that, where does your meaning come from? So his idea of lessening it, yeah, sure. And you can potentially do that forever. As long as you never eliminate it entirely.
In the sense of an interventionist deity? No. I wouldn't rule out the possibility, but it's not something I personally believe. But I do think there is something genuinely sublime in this universe, and it's right in front of us. Consciousness. The fact that this sense of self is even possible, that an arrangement of matter can produce a self-aware mind? Think about it. It's a fundamental property of the universe, an unbreakable law that matter has the inherent capacity to become more than the sum of its parts. That is the definition of transcendence.
And ironic, isn't it, that Byron, the most childlike of these four people we're with, is the one who thinks humanity should have grown up.
Okay. How many robots does it take to change a light bulb? Replacing a light bulb is a waste of resources, and the founder would be outraged.
I've not lived in this world. I don't know whether the context should make that funny, but it's not funny to me. But I like him, so I won't be too nasty.
Herman didn't seem to think so.
Yeah, it's weird to think that he's one of the oldest of them when he is so optimistic. Optimistic to a fault. Although maybe that's why he's found his friendship with Alcatraz, as he knows he does need someone to balance his Okay, if I stand here, if you can jump across, and then you jump across, and then you walk another thing. It's close. Wait, there's a third one. Can I pick up the box? Okay, can you... jump on this box? No. Okay, why do I need 3 of me? That sentence sounded really weird. Yeah, you can't jump on a held box. Oh, hang on, unless... No, that's not what I'm going to do. Put down the box, please. You jump on there, jump on there. Okay, now you please pick up the box. And then you, can you jump onto it? No. Place the box. No. Give me the platform. Stick it on top. No, no, that wouldn't work. And stick it on top of that, and then take it. No. I'm at a loss. I have no idea. I feel like there's a rule I haven't been taught yet about how these work. Okay, stand on there. Jump on there. You grab that platform. And I will jump on there. You please jump up there. And you can't do anything because how is this person supposed to be involved? It doesn't work. Can I take the box? Can. Does that help at all? Ah ha 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 ha! You're not supposed to be able to put it on it. Okay, come back again. Okay, that was 4. Let's try 5. Okay, so I've had to skip 2 already. Yeah, it feels like they're not teaching all of the rules. Maybe it's just something I've overlooked, but both of those puzzles seem to have gone a bit further than I was expecting the progression to go. The gift. Is there another someone in here? Someone? Anywhere? No, it's just me. So where's... What? The gift. Oh, hang on, what's up here? Hello. Aha. Oh, that's sneaky. Okay, yeah. So you can nearly get in there. You just need an object. Okay. Turn that fan on. Or I can just get in here and help. Okay, so let's get a box. Oh no, not a box. I still don't know how these work. This may be the gift. Okay, let's jump there. I can take that. But we need an object. Oh no, we don't need an object, we just need another person. Okay. We'll stand here. We come through here. And we do need an object, because how do we put that? So close, it's a bar. I've got to take that somehow. How do I take that? Ah, that doesn't have to be there. Could be. No, it couldn't. That's why that fence is there, so you can't grab it from above. Okay. Nothing of interest in there. Nothing of interest in there. If I go up here, and swap, can I bring these items to you? No. Take the connector. Ah. Don't really need to do that. Just do that. Just got to get the connector up there.
I wasn't watching the stream, but
Thank you for the
well
gift.
done, 1K. Probably.
Isn't that we didn't be mean about it? Oh, hello.
1K,
Are you flying?
I've been watching you solve these puzzles, and this body replication tech is incredible. It just casually blows up the very foundations of our society. You can say that again. Making even just one of us is bloody hard. We're not like toasters. You don't just weld together a couple of wires and a motherboard and call it a day. Not to mention how hard it is to even find some of the materials. And this thing just, poof, new human.
It's just up 1,000, isn't it?
It was. Or was it? And even if it was, sorry to be heretical, but does it matter? If we can figure out how this works, we can finally, easily create more people. We can grow. We can expand. We can build a real civilization. Isn't that worth pursuing?
It's interesting that you said sorry to be heretical. Because I'd have thought you'd have considered the limit to be there for some kind of a rational reason, rather than just following the dogma a bit. You're an engineer, so I kind of just assumed you'd see a practical reason. So, cosmic duty to spread consciousness. Maybe there are legitimate reasons to pop in. Yeah, I'd have thought she'd go with that. I don't really have an opinion about this. Maybe there is some point where there is enough people, but this is not it. This is very dangerous. We decided to limit ourselves for a reason. I don't know how I think about that. With humans, yes, because we have a finite lifespan. So, children are there to they carry on humanity, otherwise we'd just all die out. But we're not really talking about that, we're talking about where do you keep the population at the same size or allow it to get bigger. But they've got a massive problem as a civilization that they can never really change. They'll never have new blood, they'll never have fresh ideas. there'll come a time where it's just 1,000 very, very old people. But then again, why does Byron act like he's about 10? Legitimate reasons to hurt the population. It's a cosmic duty to present emphasis. What? I'm really torn between them. And it's not that I don't have an opinion, I do, it's just I don't know what it is. Conflicted here. Maybe there is some point where there's enough people, but this is not it. 1,000 people. It's not much, like, it's a small town. Get stuck on this, but I really don't want to answer dishonestly is the thing. I think I agree with what Athena said about it being, what is the universe there for if not to be witnessed?
I don't have a poetic circuit in my body, but that's exactly right.
I would
People
not
get
expect
on
you
my
to
nerves,
agree.
But without
Okay.
them, the world is boring. Yes, people cause problems, but even the problems they cause are interesting. Don't tell anyone I admitted this, but why do you think I do this job? Without people to populate the universe, what's the point?
Okay, you're a lot more interesting than I
Anyway,
thought. You're quite a
We all
complicated
need
person.
to think about what this means. Glad you and I are more or less on the same page.
Because I thought, like, your entire shtick was about patching up a sinking ship. But you want expansion. Okay. Or maybe you just don't like that you're having to be patching up a sinking ship because there's no expansion. Yeah,
This body replication technology is proof of just how vital this expedition is. We may not know how it works and what its limitations are, but the technology itself isn't even what really matters. What matters is to expand our imagination, to realize that other futures are possible. I'm glad you see it that way too, 1K. After all, the world is better with you in it,
You won't-
isn't it?
were you listening to our conversation? I might be annoying Alcatraz then. 6 is up there. Alright, so what's that? It's a bonus puzzle. Just passing through. Have a box. Do you need to hide the box? We have. There's not much here, is there? A jammer. Huh? I'll jam that. Okay, so basically I need to jam that, but I need to somehow use this box to get the jammer through. You, come over here. Okay, so I've got to jam that. Get you into position. Swap back. Unjam that. And jump on here. How do I swap? Oh, but I can't swap. Swap! 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 Damn it! Is it by jab it down? Oh, now the box is over there. That's very helpful, I'm sure. There's a platform! Okay. You. There. There. No. There. No, 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 no. Okay, I can't jump to where I'm trying to jump. Up there. Take the jump. No! Ah. Not quite jump up. Ah. Drop it over. That doesn't work. Drop that over. I can put it on your head. Very helpful. Nope. Still not working. I feel like I don't know the rules properly. Can I just walk through? It's as simple as that. You just walk through. Once it's on there, it stays on there. It's like locked. Okay, well there's one bypass. Okay, 5 is done. I need 6. Yeah. We've got some lore. Ah! On Cornelius. From the personal reminiscences of Mitku 166. Excuse me. There are some people whose true importance you just don't notice at first. People who quietly hold things together without making a big deal of it. That's what Cornelius was. Always by Athena's side, he calmly and carefully helped us all stay on track, reminding us of our shared humanity and the values that had brought us this far. I cannot imagine how painful it must have been when Athena left him behind, when he went on his so-called research expedition. Most people thought he went looking for her. To be honest, I thought he might never come back, and I was surprised when he finally did. I still don't understand how she could leave him. They seemed to love each other so deeply. After he returned, Cornelius was different. He founded the Museum of the Simulation, and very rarely left its premises. The archive scholars doted on him, but he walled himself off, becoming almost as much a recluse as Eustachius. And only then did I slowly understand how much the city had lost. Blake. 5358. Author William Blake. God appears and God is light, to those poor souls who dwell in night. But does a human form display to those who dwell in realms of day? Now, see, poetry that I understand. About the way that shadows are only cast when it's the other way around, where you can only see the light source. It's like when you're inside and outside of a house. When the light's on inside and it's dark outside, you can see in, but you can't see out. Prime mover. Eustachius. Excerpted from Considerations by Eustachius. While it is hard from our vantage point to fully believe in any of the ancient religions, I must admit that I have come to believe in the existence of a prime mover, not a designer as such, certainly not an interventionist god, but some force that set the universe itself into motion. We do not know if it possible for us to ever truly understand this being, since it must by definition exist outside our understanding of reality, but I do believe that it exists. Does it look upon us with love? Are we entertainment, perhaps? Does it preserve some memory of us when we die? All of this I cannot answer, but I do not disbelieve those who honestly speak of having experienced some manner of brief communion with this entity. It's simply too common an experience in human history to easily discount. As the motion of the universe proceeds from the Big Bang, so whatever force animates us, whatever constitutes the true foundation of consciousness, proceeds from a prime mover. Miranda, what do you think about this, Mother? Nina, I don't believe in any kind of prime mover, but I thought you should read it because Eustachius is an intelligent person and he came to this conclusion after a great deal of thought. It's important to respectfully consider points of view we don't agree with. Mover. Very vague term. Modernity. From the book of annotated internet comments by Eustachius. If modernity is so great, why is everyone so fundamentally disappointed with the world? Why do we sigh with pleasure at the sight of old houses, but feel nothing but depressed and alienated by skyscrapers? Why do we yearn for lush forests and wide plains, not narrow canyons between buildings? 5358 F. We love 5358. If we love this technology so much, why is our idea of happiness to get away from it? Could it be that progress is just a story we tell ourselves to justify why we allow ourselves to be dominated by inhumanity, and older forms of living have something to offer. It seems that many of us share this desire to immerse ourselves in nature. Though we are ourselves entirely technological beings, we enjoy and value the Earth's diverse and unpredictable biosphere. But does that mean that progress is just a narrative, as this ancient commenter suggests? Or does it mean that technological progression and a love of the natural world are not in fact mutually exclusive? They serve different goals. Modernity serves utility, whereas the ways of the past serve, in those cases, like the whole thing about liking old houses, it values like aesthetics and individuality, because a lot of modernity is just copy paste. So it's great when you want something quickly, like ordering something off Amazon, but if you want something that's the whole sentiment to it, something that was, I don't know, carved by hand 100 years ago, it's going to hold more sentiment. I think it might be connected to effort, the way that modern things are often made so effortlessly that we appreciate them less. But we want to be using less effort when making things, so we do. So it's sort of a catch-22, really. Failed to load profile. And yet, if this person was left on his own somewhere in the wilderness, he would feel nothing but terror. This appreciation of nature is rooted in the experience of civilization, of safety. Yeah. That's a very good point. Yeah, it's like the grass is always greener. If you live in a city, you want to live in the countryside. If you're living in a poor village, you want to live in a city. Yeah, that's fair. True, but he's still right. So much of what our ancestors created in their last years was alienating to the majority of people. Then the question isn't one of modernity, but of control. Yeah. If we want something different so badly, why do we accept this? It's like the whole way about people saying about not liking being served by self-service checkouts. And yet everyone uses them. There may be a difference between what people say they want and how people actually act, which may demonstrate that people wear masks in public, or it might be that they don't have that much self-control over what they do. 6 over here. Hello?
If we believe that life is inherently valuable, if we think that other species are worth preserving, and we recognize that most of the universe is barren, then it follows that we have a duty not only to defend life, but to spread it. If life is the most valuable thing in the universe, then perhaps, in a sense, the cosmos itself is depending on us to do this. Like birds carrying seeds to uninhabited islands. Maybe that's our role in the galactic ecology.
I'll pause real quick to have something to eat, and I'll be back in just a moment. What are your problem? That's... No, I'm thinking of the 3-body problem from physics. Which I doubt has any relation to this whatsoever. Excuse me. Can we have a drill? And a... Nice. Okay, so stand on that. Not much. Oh, I can use it to get this out. Do I want to get that out? Maybe not. You? That switch opens. Okay, let's give you this real quick. Back. So this is red. Red is there. Can I? Where are you, bro? Yep. The other left. Okay, so from there, I can get the red light to that. Got another connector. Okay, that's good. And then I'm assuming I need to pass these back through. Wait, so I need one in there, and then one there. Yeah. Okay. Go. Wait, go. Back through. Go. So we need. Let's get it so it's lined up properly with there. Right on the edge. Okay. So this one needs to be connected to that. Like that. Let's box, open that up, connect that, do that, and let it go. This box needs to go over here, and swap back. Okay, I need to move that again. Over here. Okay, now I can see him again. Press that switch, I take control, and there we go. One button. Every time I do that, I think it's cutting. It can move. Okay, 7. There we go. Hey, Coop.
Miranda is the founder's daughter. It's still kind of blowing my mind. She came all the way out here, left everything she had behind, and created a new life. Why do you think she did that?
Music. Wow. Because creating new life is beautiful? Do we get the sense that Athena is a very empathetic person? I don't think so. I think she's more of a cold scientist, from what I've heard. So I'm going to say to help with her secret project.
That sounds cold.
That's what she sounded
I
like to
hope
me.
it's not true. Miranda seems like such a lovely person. It would be terrible if she was created just to be a servant.
Weren't all 1,000 of us? Aren't we just part of some project? Yeah, it applies to us too.
I'm not sure, to be honest. This is all so surreal. Walking around here is so peaceful, but it's also, I don't know. One moment I feel inspired, the next, kind of creeped out. No, I never did. I would have loved to. You know, people throw around the word awesome a lot. I probably do it too, but I think what we saw in there is
Yeah.
the proper meaning of the word.
The art direction in this game is incredible. The way that they've really given you a sense of scale. You go around from these little paths to cut megastructures. All the things you see off in the distance over here is incredible. Maybe change your mind, not try some puzzles.
Nope.
Fair enough.
Our ancestors relied heavily on fossil fuels for energy generation, which released a lot of carbon dioxide. This caused the atmosphere to trap more heat, which changed the planet's overall climate. The effect continued even after they were gone, and these low-lying areas were flooded. I've seen a lot of places like that.
Six. Starting up there as well. It's down there. Whoa, look at that. I hope there's not full damage. Use it again. Wow. Look at some of these vistas. I feel like I should have skis. What is this place? Is this another lab? Or is it something else entirely?
There's an old saying about how, in the end, the sea will claim everything. I have no doubt that this is true. In the long history of the human species, entire regions have disappeared under the waves. Places like Beringia and Doggerland still echo in our cultural memories. But we shouldn't forget that life began in the sea.
I've never heard of them.
We are the children
I
of the
think you
sea.
can say Atlantis.
And it's not through floods and ruin that the sea will claim everything, but through us.
Chernyshevsky 11. On the past. From Arkady Chernyshevsky's In Our Likeness, Essays on Humankind Reaching Adulthood. With alarming frequency, our mythological narratives conceptualize our separation from nature as a fall, punishment for sinning, a loss of innocence, a decline from a golden age. We believe that a better state of humanity is possible, and insist that this state must be in the past. And yet, our historical experience has been the exact opposite. For all the horrors of modern war, and they are considerate, relatively few people today have to suffer the unspeakable agonies that our ancestors went through on a daily basis. It is doubly ironic that we place our golden ages in the past, but very rarely ever consider what life was actually like for the people whose genes we carry. How cold they were, how hungry, how frightened of the cruelty of nature, what unspeakable pains they must have experienced when they were sick or injured, how many of their children they had to lose, unable to help, begging the heavens for mercy and never receiving an answer. The past is a slowly receding tidal wave of grief. 5358. The battle for human emancipation is not yet won, and the path has been far from straightforward. And yet, in but a few thousand years, we have eliminated a great deal of suffering that before must have seemed unavoidable and eternal. Some still suffer, their lives held ransom by politics and economics, but at least now we know that a better world is truly possible, and it lies in the future. With alarming frequency, our mythological narratives conceptualize our separation from nature as a fall. And yet our historical experience has been the exact opposite. Well, it depends how you consider what you consider the fall to be. Because in the biblical narrative, the fall is a loss of innocence. And I guess there's a sort of a psychological analogue in history that it may be somewhat metaphorical for, is the rise of consciousness. In which case it wouldn't be the exact opposite. That is suffering the downside of consciousness. That something without that wouldn't have to worry about. But also in the biblical narrative, that the fall it's not the end of the story, is it? It's the start. It's not, that's it, everything's over. It's the fall from innocence, like the fall from childhood into adulthood, but adulthood being the hard part before getting to old age and wisdom, which is the idea of the rapture, returning to heaven. It's like a reconnection with one's unconsciousness, and like Chernyshevsky says here, that is a theme that crops up in multiple religions, mythologies, spiritualities. No, I just don't think I agree with his framing of that. Founding 4. Hypatia's Journal number 4. Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 132. We had a bit of an incident today, nothing major, but it still woke us all up. Sun was away from the camp, alone, even though we had agreed that we should always go in teams, and she encountered a group of the herbivores that we saw on the first day. Cows, they're called. Apparently our ancestors kept them as livestock. Eustachius says they squeezed them for liquid, but I find that hard to believe. But I digress. Why did we start doing that? Who thought that was a good idea? It's a cow, it's a cow! And it was like, yeah, let's eat it. Yeah, okay. No, I've got a better idea. What are you doing? I can't believe you just drank that. It's good, promise. Sun encountered a herd, and just as predicted, the animals were passive at first, friendly even. Sun decided to abandon her survey to study them for a while. which went well until a group of wolves, formerly dogs, a type of pet. Oh, wolves formerly dogs, because dogs came from okay. Entered the clearing, causing a stampede. So this game is making a very strange kind of this strange assertion about reverse evolution of dogs reverting to being like wolves. Really? Or is it just a name change? Sun is alright, only minor scratches to the bodywork and a few torn wires, but it was a close call. I guess we'd gotten a little complacent. Oh, excuse me. A little too comfortable. We'll have to be more careful from now on. Oh, voice log.
Now, I have to talk science fiction for a bit because I love science fiction, but it drives me nuts. There's this cliche that shows up over and over, and every time someone uses it, everyone pretends it's really profound. It goes something like this. A scientist invents something good, but, oh no, it's actually really bad. You could have something that makes your life better, but no, you can't. How dare you even want it? That's hubris. That's playing God. And it's never anything that reflects the real world, right? It's never, oh no, you invented a vaccine for cervical cancer. Oh no, you invented a new class of antibiotics. Oh no, you cured malaria. How dare you? Those diseased mosquitoes are way more important than human lives. How did science fiction become so reactionary? You know, if we all thought this way, you guys wouldn't even exist. At least Alex agrees with me. She has good taste.
General fear of the unknown. I mean, Trevor's maybe forgetting some historical examples, such as thalidomide babies would be a fairly good example there. Or how about the attempt at dealing with rabbits in Australia? Not everything. There are past examples where we have learnt from our hubris in pretty obvious ways. So it's not really that surprising to me that it's a bit of a theme in science fiction. Okay, we've got a platform. Okay, usual, use the fan to get on. Flip over. Okay, let's bring you over here. So we can grab us a key. Love that, thank you. Okay, let's drop down. Okay, what do we have? It's a blue one, but got to be elevated to do it. Okay, go back to you. Let's down you here. Let's connect up. Right. Okay, now I can go through here. Okay, where's red have to go? Red comes in there from here. Okay. What was it called? Don't reset, don't reset, don't reset. Okay. Red shift. Red shift. I wonder if I need them all connected and then literally just move. Yeah, that'll probably work. Okay, so let's have blue, blue, red, red. Doesn't make any sense, but hopefully it'll work anyway. Yeah, it does. Okay, then we go through the gate. Swap over. Go here. Yeah. And I didn't walk to the right place. So let's try that again. We'll be over here. That way. Go. Pick that up. You. And it went good.
I can't imagine spending years in such a desolate place. For what? Science? Enlightenment? I'd much rather be back home in New Jerusalem.
Yes, look.
I think it's beautiful
You feel
in its
cold?
own way. But I don't understand how our ancestors could survive here. They were so fragile.
Oh,
Imagine getting stuck out here in the cold. I wonder if there are wolves.
It's kind of a miracle biological humans lasted as long as they did.
for a second there I thought I was playing Alan Wake. I thought, wolves, oh no! Oh, is this a lab? Looks like. Ooh. Waiting. To Athena, dear founder, I never got to know you. People tell all these stories about you, and I don't know what to believe. Sorry. Some people say to ask Cornelius, others say Cornelius is too blinded by grief. Some say Byron stands for the truth, others say he's a fanatic and a radical and we should listen to the mayor. There doesn't seem to be a way of getting a straight answer. Nervous? Why did you abandon us to this chaos? Why can't you just come back and sort it out? If you are reading these messages, don't you care? Waiting. 852. So, the later ones. From Rodamna. I'm not sure how. What's that? Dear founder, thank you for everything you did for us. I am grateful for the life that I have, which would not exist without you. Hope wherever you are now, you are at peace. Damna 77. Memo Project 5. Trials 938 to 1000 version 0.12 successfully deployed. New labs established to avoid interference. First successful duplication of advanced machinery. Okay, well we're past 1000 now. Interesting. This part is also redacted. Or broken, or whatever it is. Data collection and analysis, translation, grouping in the dark. 1309, but QFT fails to account for this. Must rerun trials. 1212 to 1294. Maybe God was just trying to make an apple pie from scratch. What is the that's for now though.
This looks like it has something to do with energy generation. Am I reading this right?
Server. From Belzazan. Athena. O great and sacred founder, I believe I have discovered the truth that our so-called leaders have hidden from us. This absurd and sacrilegious goal they have us working towards, this hubristic completion day foolishness, was never your true intent. Even this abomination of a city that calls itself New Jerusalem is a deception. Why would you want us to return to the sinful ways of our ancestors, strangling the living soil with steel and concrete? No, it was when you and the first companions lived humbly amongst the splendours of Gaia, having no need for all this wasteful ostentation inherited from our weak and decadent ancestors, that you showed us the true path. After all, why would the progenitor have given us such hardy bodies if she had intended for us to live in luxury? From the very first, we were built to be free from pride and material excess. Your teachings have been obscured by perverted ideologues, worst of all by the traitor Byron, who once was like a son to you. But you should know that there are still those of us who remember the truth, and await the blessed day of your return, when surely justice will be meted out and humanity will finally return to its intended path. Hallowed be your name. Belzazan 943. I was going to say this is someone really late on who has no idea what's going on. The shutdown. It's all just a long lost memory to them. Like the way they were talking about Byron, it's like there's a reason why he's friends with Alcatraz. It's not just some crazy heretic. We assembled on the vast green lawn outside as the reactors began to slowly wind down. The workers were solemn. The activist who had fought against the decommissioning seemed crushed. There was supposed to be a speech, but the spokeswoman had lost her notes. Outside, the protesters cheered. My eyes were drawn to the discarded anti-shutdown banners, endlessly reciting the facts. The statistics on morality per trillion kilowatt hours, lowest of all energy sources. Lifespan of a reactor, 70 more years in our case. Minimal land footprint, almost zero emissions, no intermittency. It became a jumble of words, a litany, almost a kind of glossolalia. Glossolalia, I need to look that up. As far as the protesters outside were concerned, it might as well be an alien tongue. Is the phenomenon of apparently speaking in an unknown language, especially in religious worship. It is practiced especially by Pentecostal and charismatic Christians, according to Wikipedia. Thank you, Wikipedia. One thing was clear to them, and that was enough. The technology inside this compound was deeply, inherently wrong. It was a sin. I could not help but think of that moment on August 6, 1945, when the sky erupted above Shima Hospital. My imagination could never fully encompass it. How would you imagine more than 70,000 people annihilated in an instant? An ancestor of mine was in that hospital. He went from being a doctor, a husband, a father, a pacifist stuck in a terrible war, to being a pile of bleached bones covered in rubble, all in a single second, not by accident, but because of a choice someone made, not because of a reactor, but because of a bomb. Just 2 days earlier, contradicting his campaign promises, the Prime Minister suggested that the use of tactical nuclear weapons would be an acceptable risk if the conflict continued. Very few seemed to find this particularly shocking or outrageous. They were afraid of reactors, but not of bombs. The spokeswoman gave up on finding her notes. It was starting to rain, and people were walking away. She grabbed the microphone. By the time you regret this, it'll be too late, she said. But honestly, I don't know if I care anymore. Maybe you have it coming. Miranda, the spokeswoman sounds so bitter. The protesters didn't mean any harm. From their perspective, they were doing good. Athena, people always think they're doing good when they get collectively outraged. That doesn't make them right. Fails a low profile. Collective action can change the world when it's deliberate and based on reason, but it can also become a mental trap or a societal pressure valve. Something about the whole thing about tribes and individuals. Individuals have the most coherent ideas, but only tribes can actually execute any. A thought-terminating cliche. Author 5358. To Miranda. As you continue your reading, there's a useful concept that I would like you to keep in mind. A thought-terminating cliche. The type of phrase, often a slogan or a saying, which sounds meaningful but is really intended to make you stop thinking. To pick an example from our history, someone in the simulation might say things like, "It's the will of Elohim," or "It serves the process." And that would be that, case closed. Who knows how many iterations never advance further because they just stopped thinking at that point. Do note, however, that a thought-terminating cliché is not the same as a lie. It may very well contain elements of truth, but those elements are used to keep you from questioning a whole set of assumptions that come with it, which may be partially or totally false. This often takes the form of appealing to something you care about. We must protect X, where X is a nation, philosophy, public order, or even the planet itself. It's like the whole think of the children thing, that you might have all sorts of flaws in your argument, but you can sometimes stop someone dead just by saying something that no one can really sort of say anything to. While you may agree with that element, all kinds of assumptions may be included about how to protect something, or who to protect it from, or what the end goal of protecting it is. If you stop there just because you agree with the surface level statement, the results may be the opposite of everything you wanted, like those who chose to serve Elohim and in so doing prevented him from achieving his true purpose. Yeah, because Elohim's entire point was to be basically ignored. Grilling party. Okay, guess we're going up. Okay. Oh, and we've got... We're down there. And hello to you as well. So if I roll this wall here, I should be able to take control of that one. Okay. Which lets me... maybe something? Oh, yeah, connect that. That. Ta-da! Close enough, I can retrieve it again. There we go, power. Okay. Can also grab that one. Okay, can you please drill here? Bit better go to the right, please. so this one needs to go on the switch. Okay, let's move you out of the way. It's like, hey. Not quite. Okay. Oh. Okay. Stay here-ish. Come here. You step on that. You come through. Step on that. And then you can't come through. Like, go a bit further. Swap back to you. You grab that. And reconnect that up. Swap to you, who can then go through. Okay. So now I just need something else to stand on the switch. Ha 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 ha. Then that can be done with one hole. Swap to, where's the other one? Where's the other one? There you are. Okay, you. I need you. Okay. That there. There. So I can drill hole there. And then you can grab that. And use it to let you get in. There you go.
Did you see how 1K solved that one?
No, sorry.
Oh, it was really clever.
Okay. So I've still got 3 and 4. I want to try them. Welcome to New Jerusalem Social Body Replication. The technology discovered by the expedition changes everything. Every argument about how hard it is to get access to the resources necessary to create more of us goes out the window. We can create more people. 1K doesn't have to be the last, and it would be easy. Are we really going to give up just because of the goal? Energy doesn't just come from nowhere. Excuse me. Energy doesn't just come from nowhere. We have no idea what the real cost behind this technology is. Besides, the goal is an ideal, not just a limit we ran into by accident. It's the will of the founder. Yeah, right. It's not necessary to share a personal belief in the founder to understand the value of the goal. It's clear to all that the most radical of humanity needs limits, for its own sake and for the sake of the planet. You say that as if it was self-evident. It's not. You're smuggling a whole host of misanthropic ideas into the conversation under the disguise of reasonableness. Your premises are completely rotten. I believe the results of human history speak for themselves, and I find it shocking that anyone would disagree with something so obvious. Shocking that anyone would value human beings and think that maybe our ancestors could have solved their problems using their brains instead of preaching misery for all, that maybe there is some point in blaming other factors beyond technology and growth, like, I don't know, people in positions of authority preaching their self-important morality instead of trying to solve ordinary people's problems. Authority? I'm just an academic. That's completely disingenuous and you know it. Your clique has the mayor's ear. Clique, I assure you there's no such thing. This conversation is getting out of hand. If you can't behave, I'm shutting this thread down. Very much a believer that free discussion should not just be shut down when it's on important topics, and this is clearly an important topic to these people. So it's not this one. I'm also not particularly liking it, although have they sidetracked the original conversation? They're talking about how hard it is to get the resources. And it turned about talking about a clique, yeah. So yeah, just taking it private because this is not the same. I could know it because both Zagoran and Damien were against Elwyn. I'm gonna say this conversation is irritating but should be allowed as a matter of principle. Sorry to have irritated you, 1K, but thank you for speaking up. New Jerusalem is a democracy, and without free speech, democracy is a sham. I love the sentiment, but you should try moderating this forum and see what it's like. If every conversation is allowed to explode, instability is guaranteed. Set reasonable limits on behaviour. Thread closed. Elwyn was trying to shut down conversation. Now I feel vindicated in what I said. 1K, my name is Linux. I'm an engineer in the city. It seems we share a mutual acquaintance. Doge thinks we could work well together. I like to connect with people who put facts before faith, so I'll be direct. Powers that be prefer to keep our society in stasis. They'd rather you were the last of our mankind than seek new ways for us to live. Rather, you were the last of our kind than seek new ways for us to live. They'd rather avoid the big questions than reveal answers they may not like. I can't accept that it's wrong to use what we know to solve the problems before us. We wouldn't be here without technological solutions, learning, growth, mistakes. Those things are what we are. Can't accept it's wrong to use what we know to solve the problems before us. We wouldn't be here without technological solutions, learning, growth, mistakes. Those things are what we are. Yeah, because this new humanity has learned from the mistakes of the previous one. Yeah, I agree. I know we both have hopes for the future, and your expedition beyond the city walls presents a rare opportunity, which leads me to my purpose in contacting you. But before we get to that, I know you have an inquiring mind. What would you like to know? Alright. I'm the chief engineer of fluid dynamics. Our city runs on hydroelectric power. We'd be better off building nuclear reactors, but I just run the dam, our place of birth and source of life. So what do I know? And hey, maybe they're right. If we had more energy, we'd go so fast we'd suffocate. I'd just rather test that hypothesis than spend eternity fixing leaks. Where are you and why are you? I think the island you're exploring holds knowledge far in advance of our own. There will be a great pressure on your team to leave it hidden. Those secrets belong to us all. We all deserve to learn and to grow. I just want you to approach your work using the scientific outlook you've been programmed with. Ask questions, be open to answers which challenge your assumptions. And above all, what you find has consequences for us all. You mustn't keep it to yourself. You've already encountered advanced technologies. I know, Byron and I have been anticipating this opportunity for some time. I'm certain you're going to find more. Do you know Byron? I wish in return I could share everything I know with you now, but that time will come. Now I need to ask that you keep our relationship between us, the dynamics in New Jerusalem, are complex enough. So what do you think? Are you willing to work with me? Excellent. Well, usually there's a bit more of a ceremony when someone new joins the cause. Nothing fancy, just a subtle branding with hydrogen peroxide, but I'll have to wait until you're next in the city. In the meantime, welcome to Society Systemica. I'd say it's more of a special interest working with me. Nothing's more important to science. The transparency, and at the same time we don't always have the luxury of ignoring the social realities which sometimes demand discretion. It's to say I can't exactly refute your suggestion, but I'd certainly discourage it. I know rules. We think so, but we largely depend on shared ideals. There may be no specific rule set. I trust that we all know an error when we see one. Handshake. Yes, now that you mention it, though, it's actually a randomly generated code phrase. 44 laughing lullabies. Are there others? Anonymous of Systemica? Or other groups like ours? To be fair, I can't tell you as much about either as I'd like. But reason would suggest that you and I are not unique in this world. If I can, I'd like to be a bit of a mole inside this thing, because I want to see how deep this goes. It's not that I'm on board with this, I just want to know what's going on. And I think being inside is more likely to get that result. Ooh, music. Go down there. To play. Switch, a fan, and a box, and a connector, and a blue light. This looks annoying. Okay, and a ladder. Another switch. And connector. Oh, there's only one of me this time. There's no... Oh no. Okay, so I can unlock another one by getting a red light there. Where's the red light? Where's the red light? There's the red light, right there. So I need something... Oh, that's pretty easy. Get that there. Stand there. Swap over. Okay, now there's two of me. Okay. What on earth is up there? Let's head over here. See what right. We've got blue, low down. Okay, someone can get up there. See, I can get up there. Right there. So I might go connector down that. If there was another connector. I may have just found an unintended solution. Yes, now the box is here. Is that of any use? Okay, if I get red light there... How on earth do I get red light there? Ah. That be grabbed by the other me. Not by the other me, because I need to do that thing to even get up there. Ah! I forgot what I was even doing. bit of a longer episode, but it's going to go until we get to the. No, can't reach down there. Okay, there it is. Okay, so. How do I get a red beam here? Oh, I see, I see. It's there. It's down there. I need to be able to switch back. I need the other me over here. There we go. Swap back, and then grab this. Hey, now we've got two connectors. Okay. Don't think we need red lights anymore, now we need blue lights. Okay, I think I need the other me again. No way to get objects back over there, is there? Although there is a reset. That had to be there to be able to do that. No, I can't remember that. Okay, so I need to get you up here somewhere. Okay, so let's grab the connector, swap. Oh, not done then. Okay, so let's connect up the blue to that. Doesn't really help, does it? I need this one. Right, connect. Probably some of it doubtful. Look at heck, it works. Okay, so I just need to move where the cells are connected. Do it again. Where am I? There it is. Top over. Open the ladder. Should hopefully now be able to go through the door. Here we go. Okay. Do bonus puzzles instead of doing two of the normal ones, but we did it. Okay, any more question marks around here? None that I can see. Great.
I wonder what it was like when the ancients were still here. Their world seems so lively.
Not always in a good way. Interesting times are great to read about, but rarely great to experience.
That's true. But they left behind so much art and philosophy and religion, and so many strange stories. Is New Jerusalem like that?
It was, in the beginning.
Bit about interesting times. I believe that's a Chinese curse. May you live in interesting times. Meaning, interesting times being the times when you don't want to be. I recognise that voice actor for Athena. Not sure where from. Oh, okay. Really? Why? I'm gonna force my hand and why bother? Here we go. Another one of the big locations. Who's it going to be this time? Is it going to be... Pandora? No, it's the Sphinx.
For tricking the gods to help humankind, Prometheus was punished by being bound to a rock, there to be eternally tormented. The chains that held him were forged by Hephaestus, blacksmith to the gods. Was Hephaestus right to allow his art to be used in this fashion?
Just thought the punishment unjust, he should have refused.
And why was it for lowly, lame Hephaestus to make this choice, and not mighty Zeus?
This one's a trick, the last one, because that's implying that Zeus ought to have control over Hephaestus. The creator is responsible for his case and could also be a trick for the same reason. The lame and the lowly are no less wise than the mighty. Possible. Everyone must make a choice. Everyone must make a choice.
Make yours wisely, then. As you continue your journey to the flame, remember Hephaestus and the burdens of the blacksmith.
I wish it showed you a recap of the story before getting to questions, because it goes really fast and you need to take in a lot of information really quickly. Because they're asking a fairly well-considered opinion.
Solve the puzzles, enter the town.
Well, at least I'm considering it to be.
Turn on the beam.
Could be.
It's like she's
A well-considered
appealing to
opinion.
our past, reminding us of where we came from, but changing enough elements to make us view our history through a different lens. Or maybe I'm completely missing the point. I don't know.
You might have something there.
I read about this in a book. It's called defamiliarization.
You could? I think I'm actually impressed.
So, turns out. No, that's not me. I hope it's a train. Yes, it is. Alright. And with that will be the end of today's episode. And I'll see you in the next one. My mind is really getting boggled by some of these puzzles and philosophical questions. So, I hope you've not felt too much brain strain either yourselves. But if you've got anything in the comments you wanna say, if you heavily disagree with some of my choices, if you saw that I was banging my head up against a wall for no reason with one of the puzzles, I don't mind you spoiling any puzzle that I've already encountered. And I will see you next time. There we are.